What's going on? How are you guys doing? Today's topic is going to be one of the topics that have been running rampant, man, on my Q&As, on my live Q&As. They're always hitting me up, and it's something common. It's something that happens. It's nothing that people are, trying to take their lives away or, go into this deep depression or trying to victimize. That's life. It's a common problem. It's a common, issue that a lot of people go through, and it's, a breakup. People are always like, oh man, how do you deal with the breakup? Or how should I deal with the breakup? Or what would you do, in my situation? And man, I'm torn apart. I'm, heartbroken. And man, you know what? At the end of the day here, it's going to be up to you whether you're going to torture yourself, you're going to stay there. If that person moved on, there's nothing that you could do. A lot of people, they go and destroy their life instead of using it as fuel. And this is if, you didn't partake in it, if, it got done to you, because there's two scenarios here. One, if you didn't want it to happen and you try to make it work out and, you just, they just didn't want to be with you, then that's one thing, but if you had a big, if you played a big part, now it's guilt. Now you're feeling guilty. Now you have, your conscience is pretty much screaming at you because you're the one that screwed it up. So then that's a different approach. Obviously, if you would want your significant other back, or if you had a family, if you had a family, then I'm pretty sure, you would want the family back. Then you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to earn that trust. You're going to have to earn the respect. You're going to have to work 3 times as hard, 4 times as hard to get that person back, to get that person to start trusting you and believing you again, because the trust is gone. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of people just, they throw in the towel. They just keep, repeating. It's a repeating cycle over and over again. And eventually they explode. Eventually, once they take that route, they just don't want to go back. They just don't believe you no more. You got to gain that trust again. And that's a big problem, which, you ain't patient, or you think that, oh, they should understand you or they should accept you. Nah. In this scenario here, you're going to have to, work hard to get that, that family that you want, and get them to, believe you again, because here, that's what happened. There was a lot of, disbelief that, eventually they gave up. People give up on each other. And sometimes it takes, man, a long time to that person. There's a lot of people that take it as far as years and years, but you hear them after 20 years, fuck, that's it, man. There's like they blew it, or you just took it for granted. You never changed. You were always the same. And eventually somebody else came and talked their ear off, or whatever scenario happened that their mind changed. And now they're not taking no bullshit no more, and all of a sudden they flip and they leave you, and then that's when, shit goes to, shit hits the fan, man, and you start, victimizing and start creating these other crazy scenarios, and you could have done, you should have done, but you didn't, and at some point it's too late. So there's that scenario. But if it got done to you, if you're the one that got done dirty, if you're the one that, had the relationship that, you wanted to keep the relationship, you tried to keep the relationship, and that other person just moved on. They lost interest, or for whatever reason, they burned you, they did you wrong, they backstabbed you, they betrayed you, whatever it was, then now it's like, it's as simple as learning from it. It's as simple as accepting what happened, what got done to you. Instead of victimizing, instead of singing these sad songs, listening to these sad songs and drowning your sorrows with liquor, alcohol, or any vice of any kind, because that's what people usually go do. They'll go destroy themselves and think that that other person is going to be hurting, or you think that that's how you're going to get that other person back by them feeling sorry for you. Very few people come back, and that's played out. You know, at the end of the day, they had it. Once they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to feel any pity, they're not going to feel sorry for you. I've seen it too many times, family members, friends, that it's like, man, you're just doing this to yourself. They don't care no more. They moved on. Accept it, and you should move on as well. The best way to get a individual back, and not meaning, revenge in a bad way, but, revenge where you start working on yourself and become that individual that you once wanted to be, and for whatever reason you didn't accomplish or you didn't go after it. Now this is your chance. So it's about flipping that mindset, flipping the way you view things. When life happens to you, it's happening for you. So what are you going to pull from there? What are you going to learn from there? So I would see it as like a learning lesson. I would see it as a blessing that people are like, blessing? How am I going to see that as a blessing? Well, a blessing, it depends how you view it. It depends how your perspective in life. Why wouldn't want to see it any other way? Why wouldn't you want to create this scenario in your head that's going to better you? Why would you create a scenario in your head that's going to destroy you? This is where everybody goes wrong. What scenario is going to feed your body and soul that's going to have that momentum, that energy, that drive to better yourself, instead of choosing sorrow, all these negative emotions, hurt, guilt, anger, frustration, that's going to keep you there and digging yourself deeper in the hole? Why don't you see it? It's hard to say, oh, it's a blessing, or it's hard to view it in that manner, but you're using it and flipping it towards bettering you so you could have a better outcome, so you won't go that route, which most people, they just don't see. They're so blinded, they're so clouded that, they don't snap out of it. And it takes somebody to tell you, like, keep telling you, like, what are you doing? Why are you destroying yourself? So people that are, victimizing and going the other route, which a lot of people, it's a pattern. It's a pattern. It's a habit. It's something that we were ingrained, that's how we should cope with the breakup, or when they break your little heart, that you should go crying and drowning your sorrow with vices and thinking that that's how you're going to get them back. That's absolutely the wrong way of thinking. You're not going to get them back at all, because most of the time that's what caused the relationship to fail, because of your vices, because of your drinking. So engaging more in that behavior ain't going to help the situation at all. You didn't learn from it. You didn't learn nothing from it. So learn from this and then correct it. It's about learning and correcting the problem, not to keep doing the problem that caused that result. It's about learning from it and accepting if you were at fault, and if not, move on. Keep on pushing. See it as a blessing. Become that person you want to be and that you once wanted to be, but you couldn't because of whatever reasons stopped you from going after your goals. Use it as fuel. All this goes down to your perspective on life. You have to have tough skin. You have to have that strong warrior mindset. The only way that you're going to build that warrior mindset is instilling worth in you. The work instills the worth. People that feel like that after a breakup, or, when they dump you, they leave you, they break your heart, it's because you didn't bring nothing to the table. You didn't have nothing to offer. You were lingering, half-assing, bringing nothing but misery to the table. So know that you're pretty much worthless. That there's nothing that you could hold yourself to even fight back, or even like bring to the table. Like, oh well, I got nothing to lose. Like, shit, I did everything I could. Nah, but better that you pretty much didn't bring nothing to the table, but just your laziness, your appetite, your jealousy, which most people, that's how they operate. A lot of jealousy, envy, because that's how you feel. So if you don't work on yourself, all these emotions are going to take over. And that's when you're going to start going crazy. That's when you're going to start making bad decisions. So it's about waking up, because I guarantee you, if you were working on yourself through and through, mentally, physically, spiritually, a breakup wouldn't hurt you like that. A breakup wouldn't destroy you like that. A breakup wouldn't make you victimize and create sorrow for yourself and pity for yourself. All that is because lack of attention within yourself. Get that through your head, fix that problem, run it.